Gusher, boys.
Get everybody back!
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
Well, look who's back for another round in the oil-soaked rodeo. Landman ain't just tiptoeing into Season 2, it's kicking down the saloon doors, spitting tobacco on the floor, and telling Big Oil, your time in the shadows is up, partner. This isn't some shiny cowboy fairy tale with sunsets and campfires. No, this is Sheridan's latest bloodletting where the American dream gets dragged through the mud and dunked in a barrel of crude. And let me tell you, the first look at this season, it's darker, it's meaner, and it's grinning at you with the kind of smile that says, you're about to get wrecked. So saddle up, because we ain't just talking trailers, we're talking clues, scandals, and a behind-the-scenes industry that would sell its soul twice if the price of oil dipped low enough. First, look at the storyline clues. If you blinked during the Landman Season 2 teaser, congratulations, you missed about 5 betrayals, 3 lawsuits, and what looks suspiciously like Sam Elliott glaring at someone so hard they might have burst into flames. Sheridan doesn't hand you plot points, he hides them like Easter eggs in a rattlesnake pit. One smoky line of dialogue about everything having a price suddenly turns into a thesis for the entire season, and you just know half the cast is about to mortgage their souls to Big Oil. Sheridan's storytelling is like poker. He never shows his cards, but you can bet someone's walking away broken bloody. And let's talk about those blink and you'll miss it visuals. Oil rigs framed against sunsets like they're holy temples, a briefcase slamming shut with more finality than a coffin lid, and a single shot of a cowboy hat abandoned in the dirt because in Sheridan's world, nothing says doom quite like a lonely hat. These aren't random shots. They're narrative landmines just waiting to go off, and Sheridan's betting fans will dissect them frame by frame like the Zapruder film. He knows we're addicted, and he's sprinkling breadcrumbs like he's running his own twisted Hansel and Gretel. But the biggest clue? The tone. Darker, heavier, almost suffocating. If Season 1 flirted with corruption, Season 2 looks like it's rolling around in bed with it. That teaser all but screams, oh, you thought things were bad? Honey, we haven't even gotten to the real carnage yet. Sheridan is doubling down on greed, betrayal, and the moral sludge that bubbles up when oil money collides with cowboy honor. Every clue points to one thing. This isn't just a continuation. This is Sheridan lighting a stick of dynamite and daring us to watch who gets blown sky high first. Release date tease and marketing hype. Sheridan and Paramount must have taken a masterclass in how to mess with fans, because this release date tease feels less like an announcement and more like being strung along by a toxic ex. They flash a vague coming soon, toss out a half smirk of a release window, and then disappear back into the shadows while we foam at the mouth. It's the TV version of ghosting. And let's be real, Sheridan lives for this chaos. The man treats actual release dates like state secrets, guarding them tighter than Yellowstone Ranch itself. And don't even get me started on the marketing hype. Oh, you thought you were watching a trailer? No, you were watching 30 seconds of mood lighting, ominous one-liners, and dramatic zooms on Billy Bob's mustache. These teasers are basically psychological warfare designed to make you obsess over the lack of information. Sheridan knows fans will dissect a poster, a tagline, or even a weirdly cropped Instagram story like it's the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's marketing genius, sure, but it's also evil, deliciously, sadistically evil. At this point, the hype is so thick you could cut it with a branding iron. Fans don't even care if the teaser gives us one line of dialogue and a dusty oil rig. We'll eat it up, theorize endlessly, and scream this changes everything while Sheridan sits back and cackles. That's the real game here. The release date tease isn't about informing us, it's about keeping us hooked, sleepless, and arguing on Reddit until the actual drop finally hits. It's not marketing, it's manipulation disguised as entertainment. And guess what? We're all falling for it happily. The tone. Darker, grittier, and meaner. If you thought Landman was already grim with its oil-soaked politics and good old boy corruption, buckle up because Season 2 looks like it traded in its cowboy boots for steel-toe boots ready to stomp. The tone? Darker, grittier, meaner? We're not talking Yellowstone-style bar fights and cattle branding drama. This feels like it's one cigarette away from turning into True Detective, Midland Edition. Every frame drips with tension. Every character looks one wrong deal away from imploding, and the dialogue? Sharper than a broken whiskey bottle. Sheridan knows how to romanticize the West, but Landman Season 2 looks like he's here to strip it down, kick it in the dirt, and remind us the oil business doesn't run on family loyalty. It runs on blood, sweat, and pure corporate greed. Gone are the lighter beats of man against land. Instead, we've got man against man, man against system, and man against his own damn conscience. This isn't ranch feuds, it's the American dream with its throat slit and left in a West Texas ditch. And honestly, that's exactly what makes it addicting. Audiences crave the grit, the ugliness, the kind of storytelling where you're almost uncomfortable watching, but you can't look away. Sheridan isn't handing us comfort food here. He's serving us a steak so rare it's still mooing, slapped on a rusty oil barrel, with a side of corporate betrayal. It's raw, it's savage, and it's proof that Landman isn't just another Sheridan spinoff. It's the one that's willing to go meaner than the rest. The new cast faces nobody saw coming. Just when fans thought Landman Season 2 would simply double down on Billy Bob and Sam Elliott carrying the weight like a pair of dusty West Texas prophets, Sheridan pulls his favorite trick. Drop a casting bombshell so unexpected you have to double-check the headline isn't from The Onion. These aren't your predictable big-name Western veterans. No, these new faces feel like the Hollywood equivalent of finding a rattlesnake in your boot. Jarring, dangerous, but somehow exactly what the story needed. The brilliance here? Sheridan thrives on chaos casting. He doesn't always go for the obvious star power. He throws curveballs. He finds actors you'd never picture in oil-soaked Texas, then forces them to scrap their way into the dirt alongside weathered legends. It's disruptive, it's risky, and it's so on brand for him. Fans came for Sam Elliott's mustache wisdom, but they'll stay when these new cast additions inject a whole different energy. Whether it's youthful recklessness, cold-blooded ambition, or a charm so slippery it feels like a con job in cowboy boots. And let's be real, this is the type of casting that gets the fandom buzzing like a hornet's nest. Who are these people? Why are they here? What does Sheridan see in them that no one else did? It's the kind of wildcard addition that could either turn Landman into prestige TV gold or crash and burn in a glorious fireball. And isn't that why we watch? To see if the gamble pays off? This is Sheridan playing poker with a smirk, tossing in a handful of unexpected aces just to remind us you'll never see him coming. The oil industry's ugly spotlight. If you thought Landman Season 1 painted the oil industry in a less than flattering light, buckle up. Season 2 looks ready to drag big oil out behind the barn and whip it raw. Sheridan isn't just pulling the curtain back, he's tearing the whole damn stage down. Forget the glossy corporate commercials with smiling workers and wind turbines conveniently sprinkled in the background. This show is ready to shove viewers headfirst into the greed, corruption, and backroom blood sport that drives the black gold business. And trust me, you won't walk away smelling like roses, you'll walk away smelling like crude. What makes it deliciously ugly is Sheridan's refusal to romanticize it. While Hollywood often dances around the elephant in the room with politically correct niceties, Landman takes a sledgehammer to the beast's knees. This isn't just about oil rigs and pipelines, it's about the broken lives left in their wake, the communities swallowed whole, and the moral rot of an industry where money always outweighs mercy. It's gritty, it's mean, and it's guaranteed to make industry execs squirm in their leather chairs while sipping their overpriced bourbon. But here's the kicker. Audiences can't look away. They love the ugliness. They want to see the industry stripped bare, its hypocrisy mocked, its power structures exposed like rotting floorboards. Sheridan has found the sweet spot between rage and entertainment, turning corporate malpractice into binge-worthy drama. It's not just a spotlight, it's a burning floodlight that makes sure nothing, no scandal, no deal, no broken promise stays in the shadows. So here's the truth. Landman. Season 2 isn't entertainment, it's a knife fight in the alleyway of the American economy. Sheridan is daring you to look at the people who pull the levers and ask yourself just how much blood is mixed in with that barrel of oil. And guess what? The ride's only gonna get nastier from here. Whether you love it, hate it, or feel downright called out by it, you won't escape it. That's the Sheridan way. He doesn't let you off the hook, he leaves you squirming in it. And if this teaser is just a taste, then Season 2 is about to serve us a feast of chaos. Stick around because this oil fire is only getting hotter and you don't want to miss a single spark.